John Conyers is a civil rights icon. I think it's fair to call him a legend in Congress. He's the longest serving member of the House right now. He's 88 years old and fought for many great things, including civil rights and Medicare for all. But his career here seems to be coming to a very poor ending, unfortunately, and one that appears to be deserved. So a number of women have come forward and said that that they had a situation with John Conyers where he sexually harassed them. Now they were anonymous, partly because they had signed non-disclosure agreements because of severance agreements, etc. But Marion Brown now has broken that silence. She worked with John Conyers for a long time. She is a lawyer, incredibly believable, credible. There's no, I don't think there's any question about it. And here's what she had to say on the Today Show.
Some of the things that he did were, it was sexual harassment, violating my body, propositioning me, inviting me to hotels with the guise of discussing business, and then proposition me to, for sex. And he's just violated my body. He has touched me in different ways, and it was very uncomfortable and very unprofessional.
Okay, so it's super disheartening to hear, but even for friends and allies and people who've done good work in other regards, it's still important to hear, and the truth is what it is, no matter what you want or who you want to believe in. So more from Marion Brown here.
He invited me into the hotel, and he has undressed, down to his underwear. And again, it was the proposition of sexually satisfying him. And
he asked you to do something sexually?
Yes. He asked me to satisfy him sexually. He pointed to areas of genital areas of his body and asked me to, touch it.
And what did you do in that moment?
I was frozen, shocked, and I didn't know what to do. But one thing, I didn't want to lose my job. I didn't want to upset him, and I just. And then also he asked me to find other people that would satisfy him.
Tough to listen to, but we've got to call out everyone equally, including allies. So it's easy to call out people like Roger Ailes, who've done despicable things with their public policy and with their positions in politics. And then you find out they've done atrocious things behind the scenes. Very, very easy to criticize. Harder to criticize when it's people that we think have done great work in policy, but it does not excuse behavior like this behind the scenes. So fair is fair, and what she describes is, of course, heartbreaking. One last clip here from Marion Brown.
What do you hope happens to Congressman Conyers, and do you believe he should step down? Should resign?
I'm going to leave that up to the Ethics Committee and his colleagues. All I want from the congressman is for him to acknowledge what he did and apologize to me for calling me a liar.
That's the part that, all the parts bother me greatly, but if you've done these terrible things and then you go and call people liars in public, that's really, really, really bad. So she's not the only woman that have allegations against Congressman Conyers, and she had this happened in 2014, so it's not like it was from 30 years ago, and not that would make it any better. And they had a settlement in 2015. She admittedly broke that settlement to be able to tell her story because she wanted to make sure that other women were not intimidated and did not go through the same situation. So now John Conyers apparently has been hospitalized in his home state of Michigan. Sam Riddle, his spokesperson, said he's doing okay, as well as he can be expected for a gentleman that's approaching 90 years of age. The congressman's health is not what it should be, And a lot of that is directly attributable to this media assault. I wouldn't go in that direction. So they say it's for stress-related reasons. I don't know. I'm not 88. I don't know if that could put you in the hospital. But attacking the media is a right-wing strategy. And if there's legitimate bias, you call that out. That doesn't seem to be the case here. There really are women here who've charged very significant wrongdoing. So at this point, he's even lost Nancy Pelosi, who was defending him as late as just this Sunday. So here's Pelosi.
Well, the allegations against Congressman Conyers, as we have learned more since Sunday, are serious, disappointing, and very credible. It's very sad. The brave women who came forward are owed justice. I pray for Congressman Conyers and his family and wish them well. However, Congressman Conyers should resign.
Unfortunately, he should. And now apparently this is not confirmed, but talk is the Congressional Black Caucus is asking him to step down. And he's the founder of the Congressional Black Caucus. And even other civil rights icons like Jim Clyburn, who's in the Democratic leadership, is also asking him to step down. So a really unfortunate and bad ending to what had been a great career in terms of policy. But it doesn't excuse anything that has happened. And it doesn't matter if it's your enemies or your allies who do it. It's unacceptable any way you slice it. So I think Congressman Conyers should step down. But we should continue to fight for the causes that he believed in, even if we now find out some of the things that he did behind the scenes that were reprehensible. If you become a member of the Young Turks, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
So do it right now, tytnetwork.com/join. Get the whole Young Turks show every day.